Well, it's not going to be Saberlight playing it this time. It is, of course, Tomato, but it should be an interesting game. And like I said, we've got some different heroes coming into play with this bounty hunter, so I can't wait. I always like seeing something new, being able to learn something.
I'm curious to see how they play this. I mean, these heroes are all very strange. I think RNG has a lot more like obvious heroes for how they should play the game. You know, they've got the coil plus AA blast. They've got the tiny spells plus AA blast. Viper tiny, get a couple of stacks of poison attack, toss back. Lone Druid, you're going to be running at towers. Like it's fairly obvious how you play, but Arc Warden, BH, like these are question marks to everybody, and when it comes to competitive.
30 seconds to battle.
All right, well, everybody's getting into position. And we'll see who's going to take game number 2 here between TSM FTX versus Royal Never Give Up.
Remember what you said during the draft about the BH before we got interrupted by the crazy picks that Lacoste hates BH.
Lacoste hates Bounty Hunter.
If Moon could somehow win a lane with BH, Lacoste will be rolling in his grave.
I think Lacoste is at this event even.
Oh,
but they're doing a lot of good work here because Chalice, he's getting clicked down. He's forced to use a Fairy Fire, and Dubu will get the first blood. Kaka also just getting chased down here. This does not feel good. He's going to have to go through a bunch of his regen. They continue. A couple more hits. Are they actually going to get a double kill here? Nah. They'll back off. Chalice is back.
All right, they're doing weird picks and not weird play. They're
okay.
So yeah, I mean, this is Tomato has magnetic field first too, and I've heard this build theory crafted. A lot of people say like, yeah, dude, this ability 50 mana for like 50 attack speed, 3.5 second duration. This is really good at level 1. I've never seen it actually skilled though, and especially in a competitive match. By the way, Saberlight is just wave cutting. He's got a bunch of regen, and the cool thing about this and doing this tri lane for TSM is that there's not really that much that an AA does to you. However, the bear is pretty annoying for connecting the wave, as we can see here.
Look at this. Damn, Chalice is dead. He's dead. All right. This is interesting to watch because you've got, you know, Tomato's able to just hit creeps, and then when you've got the Io paired to Moon Meander, you've got so much survivability that you can go toe to toe with a level 1 Viper. It's just you're too powerful.
Saberlight on the top lane, though, because of the pressure that's being put on the Viper. It means Saberlight's also having a pretty rough time. Less of a rough time, though, because he is getting solo XP.
I mean, Saberlight is also very good-natured. Like, in my times of, like, talking with him, this guy, he's gonna stay very positive. I think it's one of those things, he's like, all right, I know that my Tomato is getting all of this farm, he's getting all this space, they're shutting down this off lane, like, I feel like he's okay with this.
Yeah, he definitely is. He definitely is. He's not doing too bad up here, honestly.
Yeah, there's other offlaners that definitely, oh boy.
That would be a Mar.
That would be
a Mar. Yeah, that's a Mar that you're subtly referencing there. That would be a Mar that would not be okay with that.
Toss back underneath the tower. Okay, Moon. Gotta get tethered here by Dubo. They make the rotation from X Nova. So Moon is going to die, but he does manage to get yet another kill on Chalice, and they force the TP out from this AA. So I think you're okay with this because, again, Tomato hitting creeps. Not getting bothered. Moisturized, flourishing in his lane.
This is kind of nice, too. Dubu connects with Brile mid to save himself from the supports that are running at him. It actually means that he can salve himself and also salve Brile at the same time. So Brile's full HP on the mid lane from that, like, forced rotation from Dubu. Nice little efficiency play there.
They do have a sentry ward down, so they can see Moon Meander. But I feel like they don't care that they can see Moon Meander because he's just going to keep running at them. And again,
dude,
here we go,
Chalice is level 1.
Yeah, they just keep killing this guy. Plus the magnetic field on top of that. They'll turn their attention now over to Kaka. And the heal is just doing enough where Moon Meander is just able to do so much here. Eventually, he is going to die. But Chalice now having sat down so far, he has no regen at all. He does have the salve. Okay, he does have a salve, so he's going to be able to retain in the lane. But this is a very costly lane for the side of RNG.
Yeah, this is a toughie. This is a toughie for him. And Saberlight's actually doing kind of okay because he's against Lone Druid, so he can just suck the bear for regen. Kaka's trying to rotate. He wants to tri-lane this solo offlaner here.
They get the root, they've got the avalanche, toss back, and again, it's a death prophet, so decently tanky, but is going to struggle a little bit. Oh, no,
Whoa,
over the creeps.
The range creeps,
Ooh,
the range creeps. It's those 2 creeps. If it was 1, he would have been fine.
Oh, man.
That's funny. That's funny. Like, he wants the 2 range creeps because it's like XP for him, but then in this case, it actually gets him killed.
Well, this time, Jenkins, we will see the water runes get picked up by at least 1 mid player. So Moon Meander grabs the other one. So it isn't just always the supports that are getting those runes.
Yeah, 1 in 10 runes. As Saberlight TP's in top, these are 3 range creeps that he's working with here.
He is getting bullied a bit here with Kaka on this bear, but again, with the Spirit Siphon, it's helping out quite a bit, doing the damage needed.
Saberlight's level 4, Chalice is level 2. Okay, he just got 3. So this
it's been a hard knock life for Chalice.
It has been. So this laning setup is working for TSM 100%.
You look
made
at
the right
Tomato's
call.
last hits, like he's having a good time down here, and he's been a part of a couple of these kills as well.
Oh, the toss back again.
Yeah. This is kind of what we expect to happen here. Although Saberlight's pretty fast. Gonna get the final hit off? No, they can't. So it's going to barely survive here. There's nothing global that'll be able to finish off Saberlight. So Moon Meander's gonna get a little bit of that experience.
They got the bear. That's huge. That's bigger than a hero kill. 300 gold, 300 XP. Way bigger than a hero kill. That's hugely impactful to get that bear. That's the Death Prophet counter with the Spirit Siphon. Moon just immediately walks into the lane, starts hitting the bear. Doesn't try to hit the heroes at all because it's worth more to kill the. It's literally worth more.
Look at all of these wards over in the top lane though that they're trying to use for vision. Like they've got the one over in the triangle, they've got the one over behind the tower.
Jeez, they're really trying to punish Saberlight here. Wow.
Yeah, they don't want him to get anything. Moon clicking away at Kaka over on the sides. Gonna just try to give Saberlight a little bit more breathing room so he can hit those levels. Make things a little bit nicer for him.
Courier has been killed.
Dubu sniping one of those couriers. Makes his way towards the mid lane. It is an arcane rune. They would like that. But Dubu denies it. The step forward here from Briley's got Dubu here to try to heal him back up again. Does get a majority of that salve over onto Brile.
Damn, Somnus went for a Glove of Haste on this mid puck. That's it. That's a really interesting build. It doesn't build into Witchblade. I mean, I guess it's eventual treads, but it's interesting he goes for that rather than like the int component to the Robe of the Magi, which now he has. It's cool to see mid laners do these like little build variations depending on what they're up against, depending on what they feel like they need.
The reign of terror of Dubu and Moon Meander begins again as they slow down, put a little damage over on Texnova, but Somnus with this rotation, with the Dream Coil, is going to try to jump forward. They should be able to get the kill on Moon Meander. Brile, though, is also here. They spot themselves Chalice. Dubu is going to attach with the tether. They'll get the kill again over on the Viper.
Yeah, definitely worth it. That's your 4 position for 3 position. Chalice is having such a rough time. I mean, coiling a bounty hunter never really feels that good. I feel like that hero usually contributes nothing. And so if you're contributing, wasting the enemy spells on you, you're more than happy with that.
That's true.
What I wonder, can it teach me?
More movement over to this mid lane. Moon Meander leading the charge, has Brile right nearby, will open up, followed with that little bit of the remnant. Avalanche coming into play, will toss back over onto Brile. Moon, he wants this though. Needs a little bit more damage. Now he has to be careful because in comes the puck, so does manage to get Kaka, but will end up dying to Somnus.
Worth it for Moon. I mean, he even steals some gold before he dies too. There's a lot of rotations being forced out by this bounty hunter, and you know, like I said, Lacoste, not a big fan of this hero. I think a lot of people share the same sentiments. It can feel pretty useless in the laning phase. It's very useful once you get to that track, but before then it feels sussy, and it's looking pretty strong in this game, like just making a lot of space for his team.
I feel like Moon Meander really excels on the types of heroes that are like kind of annoying, if that makes sense. Like he plays a really great Monkey King, he plays a really great Techies, like stuff that you have to pay attention to, even if you don't necessarily want. And then we do get the Dream Coil over on Dubu. He's silenced up with the Waning Rift. They threw out that magnetic field. The toss up into the air, though, with Kakas will ensure that Dubu is not going to survive this engagement.
Tomato, though, does have the Midas, uses both of the Midases. He's having a completely free game. I think he's probably top net worth. Actually, Lone Druid. Ghost is top of net worth. He does not have a Midas. He's going for a Mask of Madness. So he's trying to play for the early game. Not that people really go for Midas that much these days anyway on Lone Druid.
We are seeing a teleport to the top as they've already used the Exorcism. Saberlight, though, has Dubu nearby. He's going to be trying to get healed back up again as Bryle steps forward. Puts a little damage over onto Chalice and Xnova, but looks like right now, they force the TPs, they're gonna back off.
That is everybody from RNG on the top lane. That is not what you want. Tomato free farming on the flip side. Moon also TPing bot for some juicy creeps. He's gonna get a 6 down there. Yeah, now RNG is kind of stuck on this top area.
Force them all the way to go top, and now we're going to start seeing some levels getting picked up on the supports over on the side of TSM. Moon, of course, getting closer and closer to that track, which is going to make it very scary for this Ancient Apparition, I have a feeling. And also just very useful to use against heroes that want to roam around quite a bit, things like the Puck and, of course, this Tiny. So, Somnus bottling up an Arcane Rune. They'll be looking to engage should the opportunity present itself. And TSM, again, they're just kind of floating around here in this top area, protecting the tower. Kaka has that little tumbler's toy. We'll toss back over to Saberlight because there are multiple people here, and they had the Ice Blast, so they'll get a quick pick on Saberlight and could potentially put some damage over on this tower.
Yep, that's the counter. That's where you hit the point where the Death Prophet siphoning. The Lone Druid Bear is not so effective. Used a bunch of siphons for that, too.
Bryle getting a little cheeky here, trying to put some pressure over onto the bear. We'll clean up the creep wave, rejoin with Dubu.
Dire structures are fortified.
And they'll hold it for now. They'll go and lift up over on the side of the Dire. We can see the relocate coming out. They want to punish Chalice because here's Saberlight. The chase is on after this Viper. There's quite a few heroes here, and that is going to be a very dead Viper.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Chalice cannot catch a break this game, man. Oh, it's rough. It's rough. Like, he shows up top. No kills happen. He's just to slowly walk back to base. TP's bot immediately dies. My man is queuing up a force stick on the offlane Viper. He knows his position in this game. He's a support. He's not going to be a core in this game.
Yes, indeed. They get the Waning Rift off over into the mid lane, plus the Ice Blast, so they'll get a kill on Tomato. Moon has the track in place. They're going to try to burst down Xnova as Bryle jumps into the back lines. They'll get Xnova, but now it's not looking great for Bryle because they have everything they need to get this kill. Toss up into the air over onto Moon Meander. He's trying to run away. He gets rooted up, and he will be the next one to fall as the pressure continues over on the mid tower.
Radiant structure.
Man, that is disastrous. Tomato getting caught out with this illusion. It also dies as well, giving that extra gold. 180 gold to the enemy team. It's effectively a hero kill. And then Bryle gets instant rooted when he jumps into the fear. Moon Meander just feeding a kill right afterwards. Also, the tower goes down to RNG. Like, that was a hugely impactful 30 seconds there. RNG gets a bunch of big kills, and then the most important tier 1 tower in the game. Like, that's...
You're an RNG fan, you are very happy after that fight.
It could spell doom. I mean, that's like, I don't want to be a doomsayer, but it's like, that's a big team fight for RNG.
Well, looks like TSM, they want to hit back now. They've got a smoke over on 4 heroes. They're making their way down towards this bottom area. There's a Puck nearby, though. They see Somnus.
Under attack.
Moon Meander.
They get
Put out
the
the silence, throw out the trap, the drag back, the CC's there, and they should be able to get the kill on Somnus. So it will not be a Puck. The Ice Blast, though, ooh, beautiful avalanche into a 3-man Ice Blast, and all the Nether Toxin. Chalice has to be very happy that he's able to contribute to this fight, as now they chase after Bryle. Dubu was like, we gotta go home, bro. I'll see you on the other side.
Tiny A, very powerful. Yeah, looks like Dubu is going to be pathetically going down. He is a position 5.
That is the
IO.
life of an IO.
Yeah. So still ends up getting 3 kills for that amazing 3-man avalanche and toss into Ice Blast.
Yeah.
Just not the exact 3 heroes that were in the original combo. Dubu sacks himself instead.
Radiant's bottom tower fallen. Dire's top tower is
Teleports are going out now towards this top lane. The AA making his way over slowly. Bryle trying to take advantage of the fact that it's just Chalice here right now. They get the track off. Followed up with an Urn charge. The Viper Strike over onto Saber. Like, they will end up losing Chalice. And it looks like the Ancient Apparition wasn't going to be able to make it over to assist. But perhaps if they wait around here in the jungle. Yeah, Moon Meander gonna walk past two, and they know that he's here, so they've got the dust, they've got the damage, and that's a quick pick off here for Mr. Somnus.
That is so funny that they TV Chalice top, and there's like not a smoke coming to him. There's no heroes that are gonna TP in to save him. They're just like, all right, dude, you go up there and get like 3 creeps, delay for like a little bit, and you will just let you die, and that's fine. Like, they've just assessed that he's basically like the 5 position in terms of like just soaking lanes and dying to do it, which is really funny to watch.
He gets what he can, you know? Some games are like that. Some games you're just like, oh man, I don't know where to go where I'm not gonna die. And they're like, yeah, just go up there.
Yeah, this is what happens when you get tri-laned as a Viper. I mean, this is like the counter to Viper, is to just kill them. And the best way to kill anybody is to tri-lane them.
What can you do?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Like, he needed to go for like a Quelling Blade, Wind Lace, and like cut the wave or something, some crazy thing like that. But
yeah,
I don't even know if that works. Like, you just get run down by the IO and the BH. That probably doesn't even work. Chalice, though, he's getting some recovery time in the jungle. Like, he farmed a stack real quick. He's going for a recovery Midas, actually.
Okay.
That is so funny.
Radiant are scanning.
Well, it has been a difficult game for him, so. And he's got himself the Force Staff picked up, too. So, smoke play coming out from RNG. They're checking out this Roshare, and they want to go for the triangle. They're seeing if maybe Tomato's hanging out there. Maybe they can get themselves a pick off. And they can also just wrap around if they want to here, because there is Saberlight and Dubu still hanging out in the top lane.
Dire's bottom
They have a blink on the Tiny now, too. It's just played, and they see the Courier, so they know that they're right into Saberlight. They'll get the Viper Strike off, and they're gonna have to go and reload out.
has fallen.
But it is a matter of time. They will still get something for this. Maybe not the big person they wanted, but
Is under attack.
they'll get a kill.
It'll be
There's
Dubu again.
Mr. Dubu, yeah, of course. And then they can turn this into a tower push.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures. are
Yep.
fortified.
Chalice feeling like he's getting a bit of contribution action going. That's nice. Very nice. Closer, step closer to his Midas.
Under attack.
The I'm helping moment, right?
Yeah. I actually like the Midas a lot on him too, because I feel like he went for Force, he went for Urn, 2 very like useful small items that are not super expensive. And now if he wants to get to those big items where he can have more impact, like there's no way that he's going to do that with
Is under attack.
without a Midas. And with the
No.
Force, and with the Force and the Urn, and even just ulting, like he is going to contribute to these fights. And he doesn't really need to have a huge contribution because Somnus has been given so much space, and so is Ghost. So he can kind of take the space now. He doesn't need to be the one creating space anymore. He can be the guy that's like farming triangle, and it's totally fine.
Yeah, Ghost also having that Desolator online means that they got themselves an easy Roche.
Dire's
And
bottom tower is under attack.
feeling pretty powerful. But Meander is just chasing Chalice. Bryle is here. They put the track out. Assimilate. He's going to force staff himself away and drops another Toxin because Kaka also going to join in.
Under attack.
Seeing if he can help protect. He's got Dusk, but Moon Meander, oh, he's pretty fast, but I don't know if he's going to be fast enough. Those phase boots to get away. Looks like, all right, yeah, they've had enough. But over in the mid lane, Silence, Ice Blast coming in hot. As now Saberlight, he was tethered up. It doesn't matter though, he will die here as Ghost ticking down a little bit. They went and they used the Dream Coil. They'll still get the kill on Dubu. And Ghost is gonna be fine here.
That low
Still
injured
has that
lifesteal is
Aegis.
insane.
Radiant's middle
Yeah,
tower
I think the bear, the bear stays alive when you die too if you have the Aegis. I'm pretty sure.
Nice avalanche toss back. Tomato. Oh, it's a triple kill for Somnus. Disastrous here for TSM. They are going to have Saberlight coming back up in about 8 seconds. There is no exorcism, though. This is going to be very difficult for them to push them off of these buildings, especially when they have an Aegis. Ryle trying to prolong this a little bit longer, but of course, Bear ripping through the tower, especially with the Desolator and the Orb of Corrosion. They have to be careful because Somnus would be more than happy to just jump forward. And again, they have a blink on Tiny, so anyone who approaches can easily just get tossed back. That Kaka looking for the opening is silenced though, so uh-oh, he is dead. A little bit of a tip coming out there. Wasn't expecting that silence, I believe, but
yeah, that was a nice silence.
Right back to Saberlight.
That was a good silence. Very nice. They do lose the racks though, so you know, consolation kill there, but much more importantly, the racks does go down.
All right, well, they're on the hunt coming out here from the side of TSM. See Ghosts a step forward. They've got plenty of burst damage this time around, so they'll be able to just get rid of that Aegis. They're getting ready to fight. Over on the back lines, Moonmeander does get Viper struck, so he's not going to be able to have any sort of support here as he's going to fall. Now the Dream Coil offer onto 2. It connects, and they get a kill on Debu and X Nova Chalice. Now flapping his little wings. He is still tracked, and there's that Spark Wraith flying at him, and they'll be able to finish him off. Now Kaka and Somnus just making their way through, hoping maybe they can get someone on the way out. But they have to be careful. They are missing multiple heroes over on the side of RNG. Right on the mid lane, the avalanche toss. Somnus with the silence. Saberlight is here. It's gonna have to go pop those wand charges to drag back over onto Somnus. It's not looking good now for the puck as he is going to just get punished for the greed of jumping onto Bryle.
And so is Kaka. He's dead as well.
So is Kaka. Very nicely done from the side of TSM to recognize that they can punish this greed.
Yeah, so they make the greedy play of camping the ward, which I think is a good play. Maybe if they like press the combo differently, they kill Bryle, but like Bryle just has too much HP with the Cayenne Sange and the point booster. You also want Treads instead of phase boots, so lots of effective HP to work with. Yeah, just a bit of a miscalculation there from RNG and TSM being quick at punishing.
Found himself X Nova. Step forward here from Bryle, the drag back, but Ghost is just chunking away over up Bryle. They'll throw out the Ice Blast over onto Saberlight. They'll be forced to run away now from the side of RNG, but they got what they came for. And down the back lines, they still managed to get X Nova. They'll get themselves a trade though in Meander.
The Moon is just like, whatever, that's track gold.
It's also a time where they don't have to worry about the Ice Blast. So they did just use it, so.
Yep, I mean, this is big for TSM. Like, they are getting a bunch of track kills. That's something that can snowball massively. This Rax advantage, it doesn't matter that much whenever you have an Arc Ward and a bunch of track kills going the way of TSM. Like, you can easily push out the wave with the clone, right? At any point, he's got a Gleipnir. It's actually going for an Octarine core next.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Still a very close game at 21 minutes in. Less than 1K net worth lead going over to RNG. Even though these buildings have been just getting removed very quickly by this bear. From the mid lane, they found themselves Chalice. Oh, Chalice. He's been trying everything here to be effective. Does manage to go and get the Ice Blast applied, so Brian's going to fall. Throwing out the Gleipnir. Nova making his way over. Does have Kaka nearby, and the bear with the Savage Roar. They're going to try to take rid of this Tempest clone.
And Dubu as well.
Yeah, this is just the life of Dubu this game. He is the Wambulance. Like we said, it is not going to be the job of him to do that healing. It is the job of him to get down, Mr. President. I'll take this bullet and get you out of here.
Yeah, my boy. He's trying his best, but there's only so much you can do. It really does feel like AA nullifies Io as a hero too. Like the whole healing element to it is countered. So you're kind of just this like save bot who's going to be relocating people out to Fountain, because they're not in a position to relocate people in, and there's not really a great hero to relocate in either. Like, Moonmeander can set up, yeah, but, like, what are you going to relocate? A Void Spirit or a Death Prophet? You know, there's no Ursa, there's no Tiny, there's no, like, obvious hero that's like the sick IO combo.
Do get a gem now that just got purchased by X Nova, so it's going to start to get spookier for the side of TSM because they're going to be able to remove a lot of this vision. that is on the map. In fact, it's going to be Somnus who's carrying it. And they also will be able to find themselves that pesky Moon Meander. Every time that he tries to come forward, tries to do some scouting, they can just easily delete him from the game. In fact, that's exactly what's happening over here. Moon Meander. Just dodging around a little bit. They'll drop a couple wards for vision. They'll start to collapse over here on the side.
Radiant are scanning.
Ghost.
Kaka broke. They know that he
Did
broke.
break. But he's not the one who has the gem. It's the puck.
Yeah, he doesn't want to
But
just
Tiny
randomly dust.
He could drop the sentry if necessary, but looks like they don't think it's worth it. Not worth their time right now.
Yeah, Moon could be anywhere. So it's like, it's this massive radius. And BH is very fast, so.
Thank you, my beauties.
It's still being very annoying.
Clear the direction that RNG wants to do. They're pushing in that top wave,
Top tower is under
and they're playing around this Roche pit. That is going to be their next objective. It may respawn in about 30 seconds, so they're just securing up this top area so that way they can have that win condition.
Yeah, may as well at this point. I mean,
They have the vision. Moon Meander. This puck has a gem.
that's-
Has a
yeah,
rift. Can give the
that'll
clicks.
be a solo. That'll be a solo kill.
Yeah, they even go and drop the Dream Coil just for good measure. And now this is going on. There's a whole fight in the bottom lane. And again, Dubu is going to be the one to sacrifice himself as he teleports out his teammate and is headed back for sudden death.
Damn, Bryle almost died because he completed his Aghanim Scepter, which gave him 175 more HP. He got very close to getting to that HP threshold. That's really funny, because when you gain HP, it doesn't heal. It doesn't heal you for anything with the AA Blast.
Such a weird, like, Dota mechanic, the way that some of that stuff works in conjunction with, you know, damage reduction, HP addition.
Yeah, it is weird. But the question I always think is, like, how else could it work? Like, when you theory craft other ways that it could work, it's like, oh, that would actually be worse. You know what I mean? Like, it is... Generally, for Dota mechanics, it is like the best way that it could be, within reason. Obviously, there's some exceptions.
Well, RNG has very firm control of this map right now, which is good for them because there is, of course, a Roshan that has just respawned, so they could opt to do it. I'm not sure if they might want to try to get a pick off first, because it can be a little scary going into that pit without getting the pick off, but looks like they're feeling confident. They've got the Basher online now for the Bear. They've got the Desolator. This guy's gonna go down real fast. I also just realized the bear is named Sun Bear Bear.
I see.
I always love seeing what they name their bears. I think, who is it? It's Koifa who named his bear Mickey Boo.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I love that.
They don't get there in time, by the way.
No.
Who took the
They
shard?
couldn't get there fast enough for sure. There is the shard, though, on the Lone Druid currently.
He's got one
He's already got one, so he's probably got to figure out, who am I handing this to?
Hey, give it away, greedy carry. Oh, Chalice? For the
Chalice,
oh, hell
all
yeah.
right, yeah.
Hell yeah. That's for the PMA. It's like, hey, here you go. Thank you for not tilting and feeding and ruining the game, given how the early
it
game
affects
went.
buildings, too. It's very good.
Yes, that's
When you're
that's
looking to
a
siege.
strong one. Lone Druid plus the minus armor that for some reason the poison attack. I feel like if this shard just let you attack buildings with poison attack, it would already be very good. But it increases the bonus stacks and gives you armor reduction 2 per stack. So it's minus 7 armor, I believe. Minus 8 armor, actually.
A decent amount.
Also, shockingly, Chalice is farmed again. He's almost as farmed as Somnus.
Pretty impressive the way that he has been able to recover, because that was a rough lane. I think he died like 3 times in the bottom lane. Ended up going for that Midas, recovering Midas. They're going to just get rid of this Tempest double really easily, so Tomato can't continue. Push out safely.
Dire's top tower is under
Bear's ready to go. A couple of these poison attacks over on the tower. Drop the Nether Toxin. It's very awkward for them to try to approach this. I'm not sure who your initiator necessarily is over on the side of TSM. Double bubble. And it looks like they're happy with this. They found themselves Brile over here in this mid lane. The silence comes out. Kaka makes his way over. They've got the lockdown. That's just a dead Brile. And they are hunting. They can see Dubu over here. Is going to be headed out in about 5 seconds. I think they can burst him down quickly. No, maybe not with that mechanism. No, at the last second. Somnus gives the click. And that is 2 heroes dead now on the side of TSM. They're making their way right back towards this base. They want to finish off this other racks for sure. And you can see in the bottom lane, they want to put the pressure down and do some more building removal.
Yeah, right back down to bottom. Although Tomato, he's got
the jump forward from Kaka. Does immediately get silenced again, though. Very nicely played here. And they killed the bear. That's 300 gold. It's feeling pretty good. Somnus poking again. Gonna see that they drop the Gleipnir again over onto RNG.
Okay, they're gonna back out. They don't want to lose the bear without a resummon. That would be worse than losing the hero at this point. So yeah, they're just gonna back. What are they waiting for? What's the next timing? I mean, I guess the next resummon on the bear, and they have total control of the map. So
it is so dark for TSM because like Tomato, he wants to be able to farm, right? All these guys want to be able to push out, and like Saberlight has been able to do quite a bit in that top lane, but it's just really unsafe. As yeah, that's another Tempest double. They just can't step foot outside. They don't have another bear resummon for a little bit, but they're feeling confident over on the side of RNG. So just see this Viper clicking away over at the building. Kaka jumping in. There was no silence this time to stop him. And as I find Brile, they use the Dream Coil. They use the mechanism as well. They're going to try to stay alive a little bit longer for Brile. He cannot do it. As the BKB gets popped from Saberlight, Tomato's Tempest double is just destroyed here. It goes chewing through Saberlight. They're trying to keep him alive, but they absolutely cannot do it. RNG, they're so powerful right now. I don't know how they forced them out of this base.
Yeah, Dubu had a really nice save in that fight too. He relocated Tomato and was able to get him out of the range of the AA blast. Cool AA blast from X-Nova though. He used it on the fountain, not on the fight, because he knew the relocate was coming. Barely misses Tomato.
Foresight.
But it does mean that like Dubu can't do any healing for the duration because he knew that the relocate was happening and they was going to go back to fountain. It's really cool.
All right, well, they have successfully taken the bottom and the middle tower in racks. There's still a tier 2 in the top lane, so I have a feeling we'll see RNG want to remove that as their next objective. But I'm curious now, I guess, you know, what do they do here on TSM? They have to like smoke out and like put out some wards or something because it's such a dark map. It's so scary.
I don't know. Well, actually, okay, look at this. Look at this. This is an interesting build from Tomato. This makes me question mark even more. He's got Octarine Aghanim Scepter. I was wondering why the Octarine core. It's for the Spark Wraiths.
Okay.
It hits 2 heroes, I guess. It bounces. It does not chain bounce, though, unfortunately. It's kind of worded in a way where you're like, oh, maybe the Spark Wraith that comes from the Spark Wraith originally also creates a new one, but it doesn't. It only hits twice. This is cool, though. I mean, they're like theory crafting a new build. I'm not entirely sure, like, how sick this timing is. I've just never seen it before in my life, so we'll see. I mean, usually you'd say like, oh, Arc Warden, like he gets a, I don't know, Bloodthorn Sheep, and you just play for like hyper late game. But with this build, maybe he's strong right now. I don't know.
I mean, they don't have any sort of BKBs. They do have the Aeon disc over on the puck, but that is a large amount of damage. I don't know. I'm curious. This is what we were hoping for. And again, that's the Tempest double. They're going to just totally bypass it. Walk into the base. They drop the sentry.
They're looking for Tomato.
They're looking, yeah, and they're just clicking away over here. They're just going for the finish. They're like, okay, they're not here. Look how fast these buildings are just getting... This is looking like they're just going to finish the game before they can even get home.
Okay,
a little bit of that
Tomato's
bubble
there.
being placed out. All right, they'll throw out the Gleipnir. You can see on the back line, Saberlight going for that exorcism. He's feared away, though. Viper struck. The avalanche coming through. They're just bursting down. Saberlight, he has to pop the BKB. They'll end up getting Brile. Brile's starting to buy back. They don't want to lose this here, as now the Isle taking too much damage again by Chalice is going to fall. The click's going out onto Saberlight. He is also dead. More buybacks coming out, but this is not looking good for TSM. They're just looking too powerful here. Over on the side of RNG, they get the silence applied to multiple heroes. They just focus over here on this fountain and they just push back, the toss back again. Oh my god, Ghost, it's a triple kill. They call GG. Royal never give up. They're looking to be in fine form here and adjusting very nicely to being back on international land.